friends, welcome to our channel if you are new, and welcome back if you are returning. I'm Nikki, your favorite little sister, and today we celebrate day 2 of Nikkimas. We're moving along, guys. We are moving along, and it's day 2, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad so far. So, as y'all know, last month when we did our TBR, and if you don't, I'm gonna link the video. Sarita pulled some crap and then even turned it on me to be the villain when she was actually the villain in the story. But I will link it in the cards. But last month's TBR, Sarita picked a random book for us to buddy read. It's Nikkimas. So I'm going to pick 3 books for us to buddy read this month. The goal is to still do a monthly wrap up for March, but it will have to be next week, even though I try to finesse and be like, oh, we can do it together. She wasn't having it. So that will be coming later in the month, unfortunately. But my goal is to also be able to do a video of us discussing any book that we buddy read. And I got 3 this month. So my first one, you guys remember for last month, I never got around to actually reading Playing with Fire by Shay Davis. So, and Sarita hasn't listened to it yet, which is extremely rare, especially for this author, because we love all things Shay Davis. She is my obsession. So this will be the first book. I didn't get to read you guys the synopsis last time because we were doing it together and we like to kind of move it along and not keep y'all here all night. But it's just me and it's Nikkimas, so I'm gonna do what I want to do and I'm gonna read the synopsis. And the great thing is, Sarita has to read all the books. It's like a win-win. I'm starting to like Nikkimas more and more.
I bet you are.
So, the first one, Playing with Fire. Zabi is young and living the life to the fullest, but when he's thrust into fatherhood, Zahi, I think that's how you say his name, will have to do the audio because the audio, what, sister?
Make sure you get the names properly.
Zahi is forced to change his outlook on life, love, and happiness. The self-proclaimed bachelor did not expect to be swept up in emotions he never felt. However, caring for his daughter Zuri changed a part of his heart that he thought was dead. The spark also was charged. My non-reading book, y'all. The spark awakened a need for more out of life. From the moment he laid eyes on India, he was drawn to her. The pull was so intense, and no matter how many times he told himself to stay away from her, he just couldn't follow his own commands. Zahi was bewitched. I love a good bewitching. I don't think it's fantasy though, guys, so. India is young, smart, and career-driven. Graduating at 16 left India with loads of book knowledge, but when it came to actually living as an adult, she operated behind the curve. When Zahi enters her life, India gets a crash course in learning her body, love that for her, and the feelings that came along with being swept up by a charismatic and charming man. However, she hopes she can keep up and not be swept away by emotions she's never experienced. Zahi and India's connection starts off sweet and romantic, but when the heat between them is dialed up and their romance becomes scorching, join them on their fun, sexy, and emotional journey. Don't that sound like something you need to read? It sounds like something I need to read. So, the next book is Hostile Takeover by Christina C. Jones. Now the thing is, I know Sarita read this book.
I tried to get you to read it when I read it.
She was audio. I was reading. The thing with Sarita is, when she's reading a book and she wants me to read it, she literally wants me to stop reading whatever I'm reading to read her book. And it's like, I'm actually in the mood to read this book. Let me finish a book.
You're a mood reader, which means you should try other fucking books. When someone tells you to read a book, you should read it, especially when it's your sister. Why? Because she knows your vibe.
Anyways, we'll be reading Hostile Takeover by Miss Christina C. Jones. Sarita has already listened. I have the audio as well. We are a part of her Patreon, so we got all the things. But Sarita's already read this one, and I've heard nothing but good things, so I know that we're gonna read this and enjoy it together. For Lenani Stark, legacy matters, maybe more than most things. Important enough that when that legacy, inexplicably tied to her mother's memory, is challenged, she's forced to consider even the most undesirable options. Such as a match made in hell with Orion Sterling, the heir to the competitor she grew up being warned about. Orion is a man well accustomed to getting exactly what he wants. I really like that type of man. There's something about being a go-getter and just not giving up until you have my heart. It speaks to me. Other than opportunities to grow the family exactly what he wants. Other than opportunities to grow the family business, he's moved by very few things. One of which happens to be Lenani Stark. They each have something the other needs and only one way to get it. A contract that deadline exactly what each person takes from the arrangement. Simple enough, unless feelings get brought into the exchange. Isn't this cover like just beautiful? Miss CCJ like never fails to just deliver an epic experience. And like, look at all these pages. I know it's gonna feed my soul. When Sarita was reading it, I was not in the mood for this. I was more so in my fantasy, but like soft girl fantasy era. This one, I think it's gonna have a little more edge to it and like really just pull me in. Do you remember who narrates this?
Wesley Siobhan and Winston James, I believe.
And they've been sounding so good together, so I'm super excited for Hostile Takeover. If you're still here, thank you. And you're good for sticking around because I haven't got my gift from Sarita yet, and I still have one more book to talk about. So this last book, I know for a fact Sarita has not read. It is Beast, an urban fairy tale. So it's kind of like a Beauty and the Beast retelling.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't know, that is actually Sarita's like favorite Disney princess, Belle.
I cannot believe you did that.
Because I think of you too.
Girl, get the fuck out of here.
Beast?
Is it on audio?
It's not, but I'm going to read it to you. It's going to be our nightly read. We'll do like a chapter or two a night.
Okay.
See? Giving. Beast and it's 2 books, but the second book's like really short, so we're gonna do both of them. But I'm just going to read the synopsis for the first one, and it is by Sky Moon. This is actually our first read ever. It's your first read by Sky Moon too, right? Yes, our first read ever by Sky Moon. But I had saw the cover and I had been seeing about it, and I was like, oh my goodness, is that a werewolf fantasy? It's not a werewolf fantasy. But doesn't Beast just give like Werewolf King coming in to claim you? It's okay because it's urban, it's Black romance, and I feel like it's going to give us all that we need. And I really do love like modern day retellings of fairy tales, even when they have like magic and when they don't, it still gives you that classic vibe. So I can't wait to hop up in this one.
So is it a fantasy read?
No, it's not a fantasy. At least the tags don't say fantasy. It just says Black urban fiction, Black romance, and urban romance.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's any magic. That would be a fun surprise. I do not have the physical book for this one. It's only on Kindle as of now. So I'm gonna read you the synopsis. SM Daniels, I could be saying that wrong, had a perfect life, money, family that he loved, a reputation that opened doors for him wherever he went, and a longtime girlfriend that he was intent on marrying. That all changed when an unforeseen betrayal and dark turn of events left him heartbroken and fighting for his life. You don't even know. Hell bent on revenge, SM finds himself on a quest that leads him to new surroundings and right into the unexpected path of a curly-haired beauty he can't seem to shake. After her ex-boyfriend Gabriel, that bastard, betrayed her in the most unimaginable way, Reagan Haynes is done with love. Just when she's convinced that she has it all together, a random encounter between her father and a handsome yet scarred stranger flips her entire world upside down and threatens to destroy everything that she holds dear. Gabriel Brown wants what he wants when he wants, and he doesn't care how he gets it. Already on edge due to his crumbling position in the streets, Reagan's sudden disappearance causes him to completely unravel, as he'll stop at nothing to get her back. Not even murder. Dum 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 dum. So I love me a good forced proximity kidnapping story. I literally just talked about that yesterday. So this story found me right on time. I am super excited because I've heard nothing but good things about Sky Moon, and like this story is just, I'm still in my murder era, so this is right on time. Is that my gift, sister?
It is your gift.
Okay, guys, my gift is here. Aren't these little bags so cute? Y'all ready? I'm ready. Oh. Oh, it's a nightgown. I love nightgowns. Oh, thank you, sister. This is so cute.
I'm glad you like it. Now you can wear something sexy when you read to us. Ah, yes, bitch. Yes.
She has issues. I'm really excited for these 3 reads. I really feel like we are going to accomplish them. I'm gonna try and probably review them on TikTok or Instagram. I'm trying to force myself to actually do all the TBR things. I did pretty good with my TBR last month, I must say. I didn't get to Playing with Fire, but I did pretty darn good. So I'm excited for that, and doing them as buddy reads are definitely gonna have me more set on getting it done. But I'm also reading this Regency story. I haven't started it yet, but y'all know, historical romance, so we will see. But I'm excited. What are you guys reading this month? Do you do TBRs, or do you just like go off the fly? Because I feel like this is a TBR. We are definitely gonna read these 3 stories this month, but I've been listening to you guys, and maybe we need to not call them TBRs. Maybe we need to figure out another term of maybe read, maybe not. We will see. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Why are y'all gonna read along? Because let's talk about them in the comments. What are you guys reading? What are your plans for Nikkimas? Let me know. Thank you guys for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, ring a ding ding. Until next time, bye guys.